Hello everyone! I'm hoping that your holidays are going really well, even with everything going on. I guess this is going to be the last video reading before January 2021. So let's see what comes up. Let's see what's going on with this last week of 2020. So I'm looking for the Divine Feminine energy, the Divine Masculine energy, and and this one kind of wanted to come out. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I have had a lot of clients come to me saying that they've been having a lot going on with them, a lot of troubles, like a lot of things that are very difficult to deal with. And that's because all of this energy is culminating, all this energy is ending. We're being hit with a lot of tower moments, and I don't like to ever say we're being tested, but like it's like we're being tested about how we can move in this energy, how we can step forward into 2021. It's been very painful, very hurtful. It's like everything that can happen bad is happening. And it's just really painful, especially mentally. It's because it's where it's really putting you in your head and making you very anxious. So I'm going to grab this card. It came out with the integration energies. We have the Page of Cups that came out with that. And it kind of like stuck out to the side, so I felt like I should grab it. The Page of Cups, you know, it's not a bad page. It's one of the better pages. It's about trying to come forward, trying to learn, right? Trying to be compassionate, trying to show love, to show care, to show creativity. And it's in a learning way. It's like, I want to give to you from my heart. So let's see where that fits in with the rest of the reading. So for the Divine Feminine, we have the Artist and the High Priestess. So I just got this deck for Christmas, and I was actually hoping that the 2 extra cards that came out, that came with this deck, that are special to this deck, wouldn't come out in this reading because in general, I don't really understand what they're trying to do, but I'll definitely read it in terms of channeling messages. I'm going to read you guys the explanation they have in here for it, for the Artist. Okay, the Artist. It's 23 in the Major Arcana for this deck. Astrological correspondence, I can't say this, Ophiuchus. The Artist is the vessel of creation. This card signifies mankind and shows when you need to open to the knowledge that is available if you stop and set aside the directions of the human condition and listen. Okay, now that makes so much more sense than when I was trying to learn it. Visionary, interpreter, creation, passionate. And then we have the High Priestess, right? So that is really, these are 2 Major Arcana cards. The second and then the last. And you know, with that 3, with a 2-1, that's a reunion, that's a divine union, that's a celebration, that's a success, that's a working together. And the Artist is trying to create this new visionary world for themselves, right? And for humanity. And with the High Priestess, you know, that's someone who's really, really connected spiritually, who really knows the answers. And the Artist, right, the description was saying, they know the answers from going within, from connecting to that universal consciousness. And the High Priestess knows those answers from the divine. So while you are trying to create this new vision for yourself, this new 2021, really connect to that universal consciousness, to your higher self, to the divine, to really understand what your next move should be and what the truth is. Because all of those 10 of Swords moments, all of those Tower moments that are happening, it's like, what do I do? What's going on? I don't understand. Really tap into that knowledge, that true knowing, to see into the other side, through all of the clouds to paradise, right? To that new, and that is what she's doing. She is like really owning herself here. And this is super reflective. It almost looks like she's holding a mirror, right? So what I was saying the other day, you know, really, really reflect on what has been going on this year, on the cycles that have passed before you, and see how that's going on with these little Tower moments and the 10 of Swords moments, and how that plays, right? How that plays into your growth. If you want a reading to go into this for you personally, we can totally do that. And then for the Divine Masculine, we have the Tower, right? We have, 3 Major Arcana. So all Major Arcana for the Divine Feminine, all Major Arcana for the Divine Masculine. We have the Tower, the Devil, and Judgment. I was just gonna curse. Sometimes I curse on here. Most of the time I try not to. Oh my God. Whew. All right, the Divine Masculine, and I just want to show you these cards. They're really pretty. The Divine Masculine is not having a fun time this week. Not having a fun time, like at all. Sorry, Divine Masculines. I'm here if you need me. So all of these moments that have been super, like, not just moments, but commitments and attachments that he's created, and all of these, I feel him in the, like, noticing those, I'm sorry, I'm like being bombarded by information right now. All right, let me try to impart this on you guys in a way that it makes sense and that is concise and that is clear. The Divine Masculines are going through, like, yeah, there's that 10 of Swords and the mini Tower moments that the Divine Feminine is also encountering, but he is encountering huge Tower moments, like one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. And I'm not saying that the Divine Feminine isn't as well. It's that these are things that have been culminating for like almost his entire life. And all of these like negative thoughts that he's had about himself, about his life, about his family, about his career, about his abilities, everything is just coming to the surface and saying, okay, you cannot live this way anymore. You can't go down this path anymore, because if you do, it is only going to get worse. And he did not think that it could get any worse than it has already. He always thinks that he's going to turn the corner and it's going to work out, because he tries to make logical decisions, right? That's a masculine. They use logical decisions, and that's not a bad thing. It's the wounded masculine making logical decisions that is a bad thing. And it's not a bad thing. It's just more lessons to go through, more growth that we have to go through, right? So he is being thrown off this tower with all of this devil energy. Anything that wasn't true to his heart, true to his soul purpose, true to his divine path and divine purpose, it's coming into judgment now. It's coming to a completion. He's seeing the light. There's a lot of divine intervention going on right now. There's a lot of star energy going on. I saw the star in a lot of readings recently. And I definitely see him coming together with his divine feminine, but we have to clear away all of this tower and devil energy. He's really, it's like he is stepping up into his divinity. It's like he's stepping up into the role of the divine masculine. But to do that, he's being thrown off of his ivory tower that he's been building right now, his like ivory tower of lies and of trying to do things the way that he's been told to do, the way that society has been telling him to do, the way that his parents or family or friends or like close-knit people have been telling him to do, that isn't actually in alignment with him, right? And it's like, are you going to keep doing this? Are you keep going to go down this path? Or are you going to finally realize who you are and what you're capable of and this path that you can go down? Because it's been nagging at you and calling at you and pulling at you, but you haven't been doing that. You've been trying to play it safe and what seems to be the best way on paper when it's not actually resonating with you. You know, like it makes sense, but it's not resonating. It's not vibing well. So the Ascension Integration energy is the Nine of Pentacles. We are really trying to cultivate that sovereignty, that self-awareness, that self-sustainability, right? We're trying to really say, I am in love with myself. I love myself and I celebrate myself. And I have complete control over myself and my life and my journey, right? Because I'm always going to be learning. I'm always going to be growing. Things are always going to be happening. But I know what's true to me and I know how to listen to myself. I know how to listen to my heart and I know how to listen to my soul and I know how to follow that path. And I know how to really make myself so that my energy calls in the things that I need and that I want and that makes me happy and successful. Not that we're going to be happy 1,000,000% of the time, but that it is a fulfilling, loving, successful, beautiful life. And that's really where we're headed right now with the Page of Cups, right? That Page of Cups that was sticking out again. We're learning how to offer that love to ourselves and to others and to the world. And really learning how to step out of this devil energy, how to utilize the tower moments, utilize the those thoughts that make us question, so that we can always be on that journey. We can always be in that growth period and in that love and that success. Because to do that, we have to look at that devil energy. We have to look at that shadow energy. We can't just see, okay, everything is light, everything is love, everything is good, because that shadow energy is integral to that. It's part of that. If we didn't look at that shadow energy, then we wouldn't be able to transmute it. We wouldn't be able to integrate it, not just make it like avoid it and ignore it and say it's not there and just pick light. It's, I see you, I feel you, I embrace you, and that is why we're able to transform into something that is even greater. And that is what the masculine is going to learn right now. He's going to be coming to this epiphany of, that wasn't negative for me, that wasn't bad for me, that wasn't toxic for me, that was what was helping me grow. This is what is toxic for me. This is what is bad for me. That is that tower that is being flown off of, oh my gosh, this is actually what was right all along, and this was actually what was bad. It's like completely being thrown off, you know, and completely just seeing the sun and like seeing truth, seeing divinity right in his face, and really claiming that sovereignty, really claiming that growth and that love, and then extending that out into the world. And so is the divine feminine. She is holding on to that divinity. She's really claiming it and seeing it and able to step into it and create from that, because she is a creator. She births things. Okay, so there is a lot of stuff that we can work on together here. So if you're interested to get in touch with me, I hope you guys have a beautiful week and that you enter 2021 completely and beautifully in your own sovereignty.